Hi everybody, it is Tuesday, January 16th. This is Leah with Backyard Homestead, and it's about 9 o'clock in the morning and it is just starting to snow. We got the update or the warning yesterday and that there would be no school today, so I figured must be something to it or there's no way they would have given us a day off. And it's just now starting to come down, starting to stick a little. It's still not sticking on the roads, but this is a storm for Starkville, Mississippi. So we'll walk out and show you. We decided we quit trying to cover the garden because it's just gone. Everything's burned. So we're just going to let this last snowstorm happen, and we have some seedlings started, and then when the seedlings get big enough, we're going to just replant. So quit covering. We'll pull this and give some of it to the chickens and use some of it to compost and just start fresh after this storm and after our seedlings get up big enough. But I should have filmed out the window. There were birds everywhere just hopping around. They just act like it's Christmas out here, pecking around and scratching in the snow. I'll come out here and try to give you a shot of the girls. They're all hiding. It's starting to stick on the concrete. It's getting a little slippery. It snowed in Mississippi about 3 weeks ago. Hey Mama, you peeking out? But we didn't get any of it. In Jackson, there was about 5 inches of snow, and here there was just absolutely nothing. All the girls hide behind, they're up under the eaves of the shed. They're hiding. Y'all come on out in it. You don't have to be scared of it. Come on. Well, this is about the excitement we've got going on here. That's it. There's nothing going on. I just wanted to show you the snow. I'll come out. It's supposed to snow on until the afternoon, so we may get a decent accumulation. I don't know. But I'll come back out a little bit later and show another shot of the snow. But it's coming down pretty good. Really good, again, for Starkville. We just don't get much of this. So, kind of fun. Alright, that's it for now. Okay, it's later in the day, Tuesday, January 16th, and the snow's coming down a little bit harder now. It's about 11:10, 11 in the morning. Just doing an update, a snow update. Come back out a little bit later. It's actually starting to accumulate a little. Starting to stick on the patio. Still doesn't look like it's sticking on the roads, but getting a little accumulation. Sure is pretty. Sure is cold. I'm going in. Okay, it is 5 in the afternoon, and it looks like our snow event is officially over. And this is what we got. We got maybe a ½ inch, maybe an inch. That's being generous, but it's pretty. It gave a nice little dusting over everything. And they have already called off school for tomorrow because they're afraid of black ice forming on the roads. So we'll have tomorrow to enjoy looking at it. So just coming back to show you what we got by the end of it. Alright, thanks for watching. It is Saturday, January 20th, and just kind of gonna give you a tour of what's left of the garden. I have a few clips of the snow we just went through I'm going to put in after this, but we had snow on the ground for 2 days, and then another good long hard freeze where it was getting down to the teens every night, single digits I think one night. So just a prolonged freeze and then snow on the ground for 2 days straight, and this is what's left of our garden. So we are going to get out here later, and I'm going to chop these plants up and put them on the compost bed and feed some to the chickens, put the rest on the compost bed, and then just try to kind of get it cleaned up a little bit in preparation for spring planting. But there's very little left. Some of those collards over there may make it, but everything else is pretty much gone. The carrot bed and the radish bed, they're gone. The lettuce is just shriveled and melted. Here's some more over here. This is the red romaine and the black seeded Simpson, and it's just goo. So time to do a do-over. We're probably just going to get the rows prepped and get everything ready until most of the danger of freezing temps is over before we replant. We have some seedlings started in the house, so we've got them growing, but we're going to just give the garden a rest for a little while until the danger of freezing nights has passed. We thought about replanting, just doing some mustards and turnips and things like that, but it's supposed to get down below freezing one night next week, so we figured if it was able to germinate and come up, it would just get nipped back. So we're just going to wait for a little while. But our peas are pretty much gone. It just got too cold too fast for everything, and stayed cold for too many days in a row. Normally we don't get that many lengthy cold spells, but it was cold for days and days in a row this time. So that's it for the garden. But I'm about to get out here. It was so cold early in the week. We missed school for 2 days for snow days, and it didn't get above freezing during the day for several days in a row. And today it's supposed to get up to 64, and tomorrow it's supposed to get up to 68. So at least we'll get some fun garden time, get to play in the garden today and tomorrow. I think when we get all this cleaned up and straightened up, I will come back and show you what it looks like. Spinach might make it. And there's a few plants here and there that don't look completely destroyed. This patch of collards might make it. Maybe. And they did go ahead and kill back the asparagus bed, so I'll be able to cut out the dead growth in the asparagus, and go ahead and get it cleaned up and ready for next spring too. Alright, just kind of giving a garden update. I'll come back and show you what it looks like after we clean up on it a little bit. We worked for a few hours, and we're about halfway through. We got all the plants cut off and put into a compost pile over on the far side, over by the Elaeagnus bushes. And then we went through with the lawnmower and just chopped the big leaves and left them laying where they were. I got everything cleaned up, chopped down, a lot of the weeds pulled. And so next step, what we want to do is go through and go into the chicken run. And these leaves we've been dumping in, the chickens have been scratching and doing what chickens do in the leaves the whole winter, or the winter thus far. So it should be some good rich leaves. So we're going to take it and create some where the rows are going to be in the spring, and go ahead and put chicken leaves on those areas and let those sit for the winter. And hopefully it's just going to be for about another month. Then we'll be able to set out our plants that we have ready. So that's tomorrow's chore. We're going to kind of create some rows and mount up these chicken leaves, what the chickens have been scratching around in all winter. So that'll be the next step. But done for the day. I guess that's it. Everything is gone. Oh, I forgot to show you one thing. Hang on, let me run over here. When I was pulling the row that had turnips on it, I got a pleasant surprise. All the greens were ruined, so I was just pulling them. And this is what I found. I didn't know if they were going to be good or not. I can't find the one, but I just wiped the dirt off one and took a big bite. Oh yeah, there you go. Wiped the dirt off one and took a bite while I was out in the garden, and they're crisp and crunchy and wonderful. So I went ahead and harvested the ones that were salvageable. So we're going to have us a mess of turnips for lunch tomorrow. And I guess that's it. I haven't weighed these, but this will be one of our first weigh-ins for the new year, and I'll enter it in the new 2018 spreadsheet. And I guess that's it. The green onions were still okay. Some of the collards were okay. The garlic is good. And I thought these carrots were up for debate. I mean, the tops aren't dead, but they aren't doing much. But I left them. We'll watch them for a little while. But everything else was gone. So we'll just start fresh. Alright, that's it. And I will bring it back and show you what it looks like when we mound up the rows with the chicken leaves. Thanks. Something else kind of interesting to share. It got up to about 64, 65 today, and we still have ice on the pond from this last winter storm that came through. So hopefully that'll be melted tomorrow. And the aquaponics plantings we did, they are dead. So I'll have to clean this up, pull all this out and redo. They didn't make it at all. But all the animals are fine. Quail did fine. The chickens did fine. They're chatty today. Hey guys. They're in a good mood. Gotta flip their feeder. No, this one still has food. They are not happy. Well, they're happy, but they don't come up like the chickens do when they see the camera. They're not as friendly to the camera. They are beautiful. Let me see if I can stick the camera down here and give y'all a better shot. Guys. I have no idea if that got quail in the picture or not. But the quail are doing great. You turned your water over, guys. Okay. And they're beautiful. Doing fine. Alright, I'll come back tomorrow when we mound up the rows and show you what that looks like. But you can really tell the males from the females now. The males are the ones with the white stripes down their face, and the females have the brown stripes on their face. And the male later, these are still immature. They'll get a little tuft of hair on the top of their head. These are still fairly young. They're in much better mood with this warmer weather. That one's starting to get his little tuft. That one, I hope I'm aiming at it. I can't tell what I'm shooting in this camera, but he's starting to get a little tuft of hair at the top. Alright, thanks for watching. Give you a shot of the girls. They're enjoying this warmer weather too. They did fine during the cold, but they mostly stayed up under the coop or inside the coop. They like it cool, but definitely aren't fans of the cold. Alright, that's it. I'm really going now. Show you what we get done tomorrow. Okay, this is the next stage of the garden prep, and Al went through and raked all the leaves out of the chicken run area. I'll take you over here and show you that in a second. But he raked up all the leaves that had been down for them, and he put it in the area that's going to be the rows for in the spring. So he took it and just made approximately where the rows will be. So this is good, rich chicken run leaves. We call them chicken leaves. The chickens have been scratching this and doing what chickens do in it for about the whole winter now. The whole, what we've had of winter so far. And even a little bit before that. And just every time we chop the leaves in the yard, we dump them in there. So the chickens have been scratching in that. And so it's good, rich, broken down leaves with chicken manure in them. And so we put this where the rows are going to be approximately. And we're going to let it sit out here. And then when all danger of below freezing temperatures at night, as much as you can predict it, has passed, then we're going to come and plant this again. But Alan has it rowed up and all the chicken run area material out on the rows. There should be some good rich stuff, and let it break down a little bit more in the rows. Let me show you what the chicken run looks like now. Girls are running around on bare dirt now. Al's going to let it dry out for a couple of days because we're supposed to not have any rain for the next couple of days. Let it dry out good, and then we'll put down some more. We have bagged leaves saved up, so we'll put some more leaves out here after it dries out a little bit. But the chickens have enjoyed being able to scratch on the dirt again, not in all those leaves. And Al said when he scraped all these leaves off of here, there were lots and lots of worms. So the chickens have had fun eating worms today. And apparently they enjoy drinking out of a mud puddle. Hey, Red. Alright, that's about it. Over here, Alan used some of the bags of leaves that we have stockpiled, but there's some of those left, and then we're going to go down the furrows in between where the rows will be, just the walking areas, and just put down the plain leaves. And then that'll be it until we can plant. Alright, that's it. Thanks for watching.